i-video on that darling. The gate.
Oh, that's what I brought my phone for.
Yeah.
So these are the gates that we're having made now. These are all being done by our workers, our regular workers. So if you go outside and get quotes on this kind of work, you know, the costs would be astronomical. But what we're finding is that the more that we trust the design to our guys, they come up with something that is really nice. So we've had a little input on this, that they were putting the lines of metal in one way. She asked them to put them in this way, and it's all working out very well. So we're looking now. Things are gradually getting cleared up here. We wanted these were going right down to the floor, these windows, which doesn't make any sense, you know, because if you have the glass too low to the ground, then you're going to get damage on it. So moving through that, we've had all of this has been concreted, and we've managed to get to the end. Now a lot of this area has been cleared because all of that has been taken down here by Barrow. And we're getting this leveled out. Hello, sir. All of this now is being put down. It's important that it's allowed to settle. But of course, before we actually go ahead, this is going to be raked out to a certain level to allow for the concreting to go, and it will be tamped down. You can see what I always refer to as a Fred Flintstone tamping tool. Here's a piece of log. It's now this is interesting. We caught this before it goes any further, that this tie brings all of this in along the ground. We've done all of this kind of thing so that these braces are actually stuck into the concrete down. That will be tying there into that pillar, and we had that all of along the bottom is how that has been done. This wall here is actually obviously a support wall, a retaining wall looking down, and at some point this will all have to be engineered to be a sidewalk down to an area which takes the pool. I mean, obviously this is a huge amount of work that has to be done, and we're nowhere near being able to do it. We're just going along, we're doing what we can when we can. As I always say, our little homespun saying is that we do what we can with what we have. So all of this is leveled now. Over here, bringing this ground, the level of this ground, down quite a lot, so that soil that we're going to take from there will come and level this out here and take it right to the end, and the support wall will be taken between that point and that point, and all of this will be leveled and landscaped, of course, as will all of that there. Eventually, of course, that terrible storage building will be taken down. This is not just soil, obviously this is material that we'll use for concreting, the gravel there. There's a lot of hard work because we don't have a tractor to be able to push and pull any of this stuff. It all has to be done by the traditional Filipino way, which is to put stuff into bags, and then that makes it easier to carry them, and that's how they do it. All of this, of course, is sheltered, as is this. We have a seated arrangement here, and this will be our main reception room. Which goes into the different rooms, which all have their own bathroom. Here you can see the door frames going in. So lots of very basic work to be done. Sliding doors there, of course. And this we still have some retaining, some tie-ins to go on the outside, obviously there. And before this goes in, there'll be another one. These forms are already made up, waiting to be tied in. As you can see there, one there, it's just laid there in situ. When it comes time to level out and put this, and to be able to tamp all of this down, that will be put into place, obviously, over there. It is a mess at the moment because it's a building site. Next week I'll be getting in and going back on the tools, and all of this will be cleaned out. I would just like to see it all cleaned out. If you look, all of this. Of course, it's all rough cast, but then it needs to be for the tiling to go down. All of this area will be tiled. Sliding doors again. Now, because we are going to have to put building work on hold for a little while until we get more of a budget to work with, then we've been having perimeter work done, which is to raise the level of that wall that was originally put in, that you can see there. And we put another 4, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, another seam of block, and those gates that you see will be installed this week. Lots and lots of work to be done, basic work like that. All of this here, all of this along here will all be taken down. There'll have to be more of a retaining wall built on the bottom there, because as it's an enormous project and it tends to unfold, right? So you don't start off with a perfect picture of everything. I'm sure if you have unlimited finance, it may be that way. You get an architect in and he actually foresees every single thing about it at God knows what cost, and then you have an army of people who come in and make it happen. Of course, we can't do that, and we accept that that's the case. This level of this land right now is too high. So all of this has to be taken down, but there's plenty of places for that fill to be used over and down there. Right at the end there, where you can see a little patch of blue, is where the reception place will be going in for entrance into what we're calling an inland resort. Lots and lots of work to be done. We're hoping, that the ceiling, which is also being worked on at the same time, another tray ceiling with concealed lighting, like we've done in American John's house. Getting towards 5 o'clock, so guys winding up and going home to their families. So all of this will wait another day. Of course, all of this here, all of this metal work will be done in red oxide first, and then a top coat after that. I'm really impressed with that. It will look really terrific when it goes up. What we're doing at the front there